Order filled. 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 Order filled.
Hola, ¿ahora sí?
Yeah, I see
Thank
live
you,
updates.
Jenny.
Iran renews threat to second vital shipping lane as Trump warns for them to get smart soon. Yeah, I see it. You gotta love it.
You gotta love it.
Watch the snacks. Yeah, we got people were fired up yesterday to chat. They said that we're being stingy with the snacks. It's not about being stingy, Chad. I think you gotta have some courtesy though, right? You can't just assume that at least say like, hey, is that am I able to take some of these or something? I don't know. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, guys. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. We just out here trying to make a little money.
You know what to do. Thank you, Jenny.
Just had
Sí,
a
es
penny
que él va a
trade
estar
to the
el que va
downside.
él va a ser el que va a estar hablando.
Well, we're getting some volatility, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
we go back up from here? Possibly. A lot of times that happens after you get a pretty decent sell-off, right? That 5-minute candle was a bazooka candle, so you're talking 92 points to the downside. One 5-minute candle. A lot of times you get a retracement. Funny thing is, we didn't close below the ORB high, right? 27,218 so far. That's the funny part about it. So. Oil pumping, yeah. So if that's the case, then you could be getting some more downside on NQ. So you need to be cautious, chat. Apex right now, talked about it earlier. We're gonna bring it up again. Don't you worry. 90% off using the code PW. You can get 20 accounts. End of day drawdown is now an option. Make no mistake about it. So people, sometimes we get the question like, hey, what are you guys trading? What's this prop firm, setup? So we know we get new people rocking out with the BDH on a daily basis. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. You got Apex here. So this is another option from a prop firm standpoint, right? Up to 90% off using the code PW. You got two options with Apex. So you have end of day drawdown accounts, and you have the intraday trailing drawdown. So obviously the end of day drawdown is the new accounts, right? So basically 50K account, we'll just use that as an example. You have a profit target of $3,000. You're able to pass Apex in one day if you want. Nobody says you have to, but you got basically, you're able to pass it in one day, right? However, you have 30 days total, and that's calendar days, guys. That's not trading days. That's calendar days. Right, so keep that in mind. There's typically 20 to 21 trading days if you count Monday through Friday, right? That's just how it kind of works out on a monthly basis. So we'll use 50K account, pretty clean example, $2,000 drawdown total, max drawdown. You do have a daily loss limit on the 50K account of $1,000. And your max contracts, there's no consistency rule in the in the evaluation stage, but you got a 50% consistency rule when you pass the evaluation, right? So just kind of keep that in mind. And you're able to trade up to 20 accounts. Obviously here at the BDH, we use Trade of 8 prop, where you're able to trade 20 accounts at the same time. You gotta love it. So using the code PW will get you 90% off of these accounts. You do have 7 days to activate the PA after passing, guys. So that's a change now, right? So before you could just kind of let it sit there until you activated it. Now you have 7 days after you pass to activate. So use the code PW. You already know. D, we did end up closing under the 14 on the hourly. We would, where would you be looking for shorts? Yeah. So the thing with the hourly though, what you gotta, it is bearish. The problem is we're kind of ranging, and it's a big old range, right? So I think you're better off, in my opinion, seeing us get back below 200 level with momentum, right, to the downside. So does price have enough energy basically to take out these lows? below 198 area, and then you're targeting obviously the bottom of the range down here towards 124, right? If that can't happen, then that would just simply a retracement to push higher. That's how you got to think about it, right? So just be mindful of that. Because right now, the structure on the 5-minute chart is starting to turn bullish, right? You got higher highs and higher lows being put in. So not looking to short this, right? And keep in mind, we are back above the ORB now, right? We're back above the ORB high. That's just how we'll play it. Is there an activation fee? Yes, there is an activation fee. There is an activation fee. So keep in mind, if you're just tuning in, which you're late, why, shame on you. Shame on you. But if you're tuning in late or you're not in tune with what's going on today, you got FOMC today at 2 o'clock. Got the statement and the press conference coming up. Would you wait for a candle to close down there before a break? Yeah. You want to see, you need something convincing that's kind of telling you that price is going to roll over, right? So that's why I'm saying these lows would need to get taken, preferably a close below 198, and then we head lower, right? For that, for shorts. Because right now, keep in mind the higher time frame, like the 4-hour chart's bullish, right? You got a long wick top and a bottom, but it is bullish. So you're kind of fighting against that right now. Keep that in mind, right? So when you see those long wicks top and the bottom of the candle, higher time frame, that's telling you that the bulls and the bears are having a fight, having a battle, so to speak. So need to be patient. I mean, the good thing is, chat, I mean, I've called out multiple trades, right? Had a few chop trades. Nothing you can do about that. I mean, that's trading in a nutshell, but the winners have been solid winners, and you just had a pretty banging short to the downside. So I think it's smart to be, look for something now more convincing. To want to join the party. Counts are green, right? So there's no need to get back profit. Absolutely, really appreciate your take on the market. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. I definitely try, right, to break it down, talk through what I'm thinking, and try to execute as best as possible. Doesn't mean that every trade's gonna work, chat. I mean, that's just trading in a nutshell, right? You're gonna get chopped. You're gonna get, I basically got top ticked on that long and got in pretty much right at the high and got a pullback to the downside, right? So that, I mean, that's just how it is. But once I saw we lost that 14 at 27,265, guys, with momentum to the downside, that's why I wanted to join that short. So you gotta love it.
You gotta love it.
Hey, I just landed in Miami. Looks like I didn't miss much. Yeah, I mean, it's been some pretty good movement, not gonna lie. I mean, it's been some chop, but some pretty good movement. Could be worse. We've seen worse. All right, we gotta be honest, chat. We've seen a lot worse from a price action standpoint. So I think we take what we got here and look towards this afternoon. We got FOMC coming up at 2 o'clock. So I'll be back today at 2 o'clock, chat. Obviously for to rock out 2 to 4. See what else we can do, see if we can get anything else from a profit standpoint, make a little money. So if you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. Looks like we're hanging out at 2,200 likes, guys. So come on, man.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Trying to see if we can get at least to 2,500 likes, chat. Keep the streak alive. Shout out to Kazin. D-Money is the smoothest stock operator on YouTube. Listen to him closely and change your life. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. Thanks for the tip. You didn't have to do that, but appreciate the tip. FOMC at 2 p.m., not 1 o'clock, 1,300 hours. Yeah, it's 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure where you're at. But my time zone, you know, I'm in Florida, so it's EST, so it's 2 p.m. Eastern Standard. That's always the time. So 2 o'clock, you get the release and then the statement, and 2:30 is the press conference with Powell. And this is his last one, chat. So we'll see if he's a little, you know, energetic, so to speak. Who knows? Bro said stock operator. Oh, man. Gotta love it. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I just saw that question pop up. So yeah, you're able to call in, guys. Make no mistake about it. So you got the Jerome hotline. We haven't forgot. Don't you worry. We're just trying to get an ample sample size of voicemails. So you're able to call Jerome, whatever issue you have in your life. It could be trading related or personal relationship advice, etc. So the funnier the better, to be honest. But 865-234-2255. You're able to call in, ask Jerome a question, leave a voicemail, and you never know, you might get selected for him to cover that on live stream, which I personally don't think is a good idea. But hey, who am I? I'm just I'm D-Money, chat. You know, PW is very adamant about giving Jerome his own hotline. So who am I? Hotline bling. You gotta love it. So 865-234-2255. Leave your voicemails. Get them in, chat. You never know. You might get selected for your question to be covered on the live stream. Make no mistake about it. We also still have the mentorship going on, guys. You're able to apply, dmoneymentor.com. We haven't forgot about it. So we got quite a few applications here. You got some time to get these in going into the end of the week. So dmoneymentor.com, you're able to click on it, go in, and fill out the application. Right, and kind of scroll through. Obviously, you got to submit a video, chat, and you need to be local here in South Florida, so we're going to get it popping. What did you do before money, before trading? Yeah. So I was actually a store manager. I ran a couple Walmart stores. My background's retail management, chat. So I've been a store manager. I think I was a store manager for 10 years. So ran a couple Walmart stores, $150 million store, $55 million store. Ran a couple Target stores, worked for them as well for quite some time. And was an ops manager at Amazon. So yeah, my background is retail management, chat, running stores, right? Being in charge of high volume stores. And basically, you got a team of 300 to 500 people that report to you in a nutshell. So, yep. I don't miss it, chat. I'm not gonna lie, I miss the people, right? Because you do have some good people that you kind of interact with, at different points in their lives, whether it's teenagers, first time job, or you got, senior citizens that are, doing something part time just to get out of the house. There's a pretty wide spectrum of people that you end up kind of working with. So you miss that aspect, but you don't miss the craziness, chat, right? Crazy 16-hour days, 17-hour days. There's one period I didn't take off an entire day, like 3 months, 4 months, guys, no day off, because the store is crazy. Christmas time, etc. So I don't miss that. What made you leave store management? Yeah, I'm talking about it right now. The hours are crazy. Retail, no, I'm not gonna lie, chat. There is a point where I literally, as price just rejected, you just lost the ORB high of 27,218. So keep in mind what I said, chat. You want to break below 199 with conviction, right? And you want to close below there, and then you're targeting new lows down here, possibly towards 100. All right, 27,124. So just be cautious. You got a bit of you can kind of see it forming right now. You're slowly, feels like creeping to the downside here, right? You got these highs that couldn't get broken. You got these highs that couldn't get broken up here. You got these highs that couldn't get broken. So are we headed for new lows? That's the question. But yeah, I worked in retail management for a ton of time, chat, and I wanted to get out of it because I felt that there was something better for me. Got sick of working crazy hours. Chad, I used to get called in the middle of the night. Oh, there's a fire in your store. You got to go to your store, right? Call it a code red. I had a dead person floating in the back of one of my stores. I had, right, and the fire, by the way, was from a team member, guys. His girlfriend. His girlfriend broke up with him, and he decided to try to set the store on fire. So that was one night where I got called for that. I've had stores where I've had multiple break-ins, and people, right? There was like a ring of people going from Orlando down to South Florida breaking into stores. I had a store that got broken into twice. They were in and out within 60 seconds. Took a ton of Apple products, right? Middle of the night. Just all kind of craziness, chat. All kind of craziness. So wanted something different. And you look at me now, Chad. I mean, even if there's a long week and I'm streaming 4 or 5, 5 or 6 hours, whatever it is, right? So like next week I'm 12 to 4, 5 days a week. You do the math on that. 20 plus hours, right? Even if it's 30 hours for the week, 27, 28. I mean, and to be able to do what I love and be a part of the BDH, it's a blessing, chat. So I don't take it for granted. Like I said this yesterday, that this is why you have to bet on yourself. If I never reached out and took a chance and shot my shot,
Order
to be
filled.
honest, I wasn't, obviously anticipating that PW was going to offer me a job, to be honest. I was just happy to come in and rock out with him. I was watching him for over 2 years and, watched the show every day. And I was just happy to come in and rock out. So, to be honest. But it's what I really wanted to do in my heart, right? To be, chat. And look at me now. So, you got to love it.
Order filled.
Were you able to trade on the job? Yeah, because I was a store manager. I wasn't an assistant manager. I was actually the store manager, right? So you got your own office. You got time. But however, there's plenty of times where you would come in and you're like, oh man, I'm gonna trade the open today. You're not trading the open today. Your boss just walked in, right? And you got a 3 or 4 hour visit where you got to walk every part of the store, and that takes up 4 to 5 hours, and then all of a sudden, right, your whole day,
Order filled.
depending on that. Or you get a regional visit where they call, a jet's in town, and there's somebody from home office flying in and to visit stores, so you're on high alert, right? All those factors play into retail management, guys, when you're the store manager. So PW is a legend for taking you on like this. That's a huge responsibility he's giving you, and you're killing it. Well done. Hey, I appreciate the kind words. I definitely try, guys. There's a lot of pressure right. So I don't want to let PW down because he took a chance on me. He took a risk on me, right? So I mean that 100%, guys. Like, so I don't want to let him down. So I try to do the best that I can do, right, and keep pushing. So make no mistake about it. That's why it's always funny when people are like, D Money, whatever. It's like, guys, PW didn't need me at all, right? He well established, views crazy, right? #1 stream. I'm happy to be a part of the BDH, so I'm grateful for the opportunity, guys. I don't take it for granted, so. But I'm still gonna beat him down in horse. Make no mistake about it. Oh man. The lunch. Yeah, I'm not sure. Drop your lunch options in the chat, and we'll see if they qualify for D Money, because I'm not sure what I'm gonna get. All right, so let's see what we got. Ice cream ice cream sandwich. Oh man. Chick-fil-A, yeah. I don't know about Chick-fil-A. I mean, I do have my daughter today, Chad. I got to pick her up, so we'll see. I don't know what she wants to get. So, but she loves her nuggets and her fries from Chick-fil-A, Chad. Make no mistake about it. PB&J, peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, nah, that's not gonna happen. Olive Garden. Taco Bell, yeah, I'm not a fan of Taco Bell, chat. I know there's some people out there that rock out with Taco Bell. More power to you, but I'm not trying to hate. But I'm simply saying I saw a video of rats running through a Taco Bell on the news, and was never able to eat there again. So I will not be going to Taco Bell. Hello Squirrel, D Money. Have you ever heard of a ice cream corn dog? No, I have not. So we're gonna give you a timeout for trying to insinuate something here. So we're gonna give you a 5-minute timeout. That'll put you to the end of the stream. You won't be able to come back until 2 o'clock for the afternoon session. There's a timeout for you. You're talking about a ice cream covered corn dog. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. PW not here today. No, PW's driving to California, so looks like he made a stop. Mississippi, headed to Texas, and yeah, he's headed to Cali.
Muy buenos días,
All right, so you're
madrecita
keeping an eye
linda.
out here,
Dios
chat,
bendiga su
for
vida.
these lows
Deseo
I've
que
called out,
hoy
right, to
sea
get
un
broken.
día
So you're
lleno
getting
de
pretty close,
bendiciones.
27,199. I feel like momentum may pick up pretty drastically if we're able to break below those lows. So it's very interesting that we are getting pretty close to those levels. So just keep an eye out there. It's 12:28. We're getting ready for lunch. If you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. We'll be back today at 2 o'clock. Don't you worry. Got some FOMC action. Rice and chips. Look at Denny. Look at Denny, Chad. He wants us to know that he's eating the rice, chicken, and broccoli. We're not worried, sir. We're not concerned that you're eating the chicken, rice, and broccoli. That's not going to help the game. So I think you need to be concerned about that. That's not going to help you. All right, Chad. There it is. There's the break to the downside. There's the break of that 199 level, putting the low at 180. So that was actually pretty quick, a quick 20-point flush. And I feel like you might have more in the tank to the downside here, chat. So somebody wanted to know when the shorts were in play. They are looking way more convincing now to the downside because you just lost those lows. So look out. So I'm going to call it here, chat. Pretty good morning session. We'll be back at 2 o'clock. Don't you worry. If you haven't already, do me a solid, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, you know what to do. And there's more lows, right? 177. So if you took the shorts, congrats. Drop a W in the chat on the way out. Talked about that level being broken, and you got more downside continuation. You gotta love it. Nah, chill, D Money. We love your company. Yeah, I gotta get some lunch though. I'll be back at 2. I gotta, you gotta. 5.5 hours straight is a little tough. So you definitely got to break it up a little bit. And look at it, chat. She gone. She gone. There it is. There it is. If you listen to the analysis, you're back 35 plus points to the downside. Oh man. All right, so we'll be back. FOMC coming up at 2 o'clock, chat. Hit the like button if you haven't already. If you're not subscribed, we rock out Monday through Friday, no later than 9 a.m. Trying to make a little money. And we'll see what the afternoon brings.
Message on WhatsApp from Hillary Las Vegas DJ.
D was 199 low of the previous candle. No, so that was the low of these lows over here that you got to look, that was that momentum candle, right? To the downside where my cursor is. So this candle, you needed that low to get broken for lower lows, in my opinion, right? That's why I had an eye on that low. 27,290 or 27,199 was the low. 199.25. So that was the bazooka candle to the downside. So you figure if that low gets broken, you got more downside stepping into the market. All right, guys, we're going to call it here. I'll be back 2 o'clock. Until then, touch some grass, get some lunch, whatever it is. You got to love it. Catch you on the flip side at 2 o'clock. Until
Order
then.
filled. Order filled.
All right.